Welcome to another exciting episode of Glue Guns and Phasers, where we're embarking on another away mission.
This time, we'll beam down to Chris Gore's earthly pad. So join us as we crash his domain and learn how to repurpose an old Star Trek shirt.
This is Glue Guns and Phasers.
Well, welcome to another exciting installment of Glue Guns and Phasers. This time, the landing party is on an away mission to Chris Gore's earthly pad. Hey Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for beaming in here.
Well, one thing that we love about our guest crafters is that they come from all walks of life. And you have an interest in Batman.
Yes.
And you have an interest in Star Wars, which is the other end of the spectrum, but we love it too.
Right.
But you also are into like Logan's Run and so many other sci-fi series. So we wanted to just get a look at what you've crafted before we start our project.
Well, one of the things I like to do is if I have just a normal product that is everyday use in my house, I don't like it to be normal. I'm very OCD about just peeling off labels and making it my own and modifying it, which is why I have a whole bunch of cleaning bottles that I've modified into all sorts of my favorite characters. It's actually accurate to the character.
Nice.
I do a thing called the Kings of Cosplay Comedy, and I do stand-up comedy in character. So I actually do stand-up comedy as Hal 9000, like as if he came back to Earth and decided, I'm gonna be a stand-up comic.
Nice.
I also do stand-up comedy as Captain Kirk, but I do actually Kirk from the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie where he has like the big hands.
I love that.
So Numb Tongue Kirk.
Yeah, because everybody loves to do sexy Kirk, but you're doing like big hand Kirk.
I can't do cosplay that doesn't have a sense of humor behind it. Like I've even done comedy where I dress as Ben Grimm, we're from the Fantastic Four, except all I'm wearing is a blue Speedo and a white belt with a 4 on it. Don't Google that. I like to take sort of my geeky obsessions, put it into my crafting and my comedy.
A lot of people have been doing Logan's Run birthday parties for their 30th.
Right.
And you've been making a little something they can wear.
It's basically made from a rave light, and it's, of course, made with a glue gun, a little red paint, and some adhesive on the back, which allows you to give it your flashing run, runner!
There is no sanctuary!
Sanctuary! There is no sanctuary. This is a 12-inch Han Solo frozen in carbonite. I had a life cast of myself made from years ago, and I didn't know what to do with it. And I thought, well, what if I just cut this out with a Dremel, I preserved the hands, and I sculpted using shoe glue and plaster of Paris. I sculpted my life cast of my face and kept the little hands onto the Han Solo frozen in carbonite. So what I like to do is I'll hang this up on my wall, the two of them together, so that you can actually see both of them. It does kind of creep people out, the little hands and the little feet. I don't know, I think it's funny.
Small hand smells like cabbage.
Yeah.
I do love the detail you put on the side, because I mean, the actual official one has that, and then you also
Well, I antiqued it, which is a really simple process. If you know, I like to do a black underlayer, then I paint in silver, then what I do is I'll take like a cotton swab or even like a rag, and then I just put a wash of black on it and then actually wash it off. So it just gets in all the cracks, and it looks like, oh my gosh, look how detailed this is. Yeah, simple little, you know what, little mod tricks, little crafting tips from the man. I like to consider myself a manly crafter.
Absolutely.
I craft, I have an Etsy, I am comfortable in my manliness.
So I actually was inspired by you showing me some of your Star Wars and your Batman shirts and jackets, and here's what he did with some patches and iron-ons. You can pretty much repurpose anything.
Well, what I like to do is I start with a jacket like this. I took the design off of the shirt and I just, you know, put it on here with, I can't sew very well.
Neither can I.
But I put it on with safety pins.
And that's what I love about this. I mean, Connor's an expert sewer. She's a cosplayer. I absolutely can't sew.
I have a Batman shirt, for example, where I took a design from a t-shirt, put it on this collared shirt, and then on the side of it added a patch that's in theme, which is Gotham City PD.
And it's your own unique design that nobody's going to have at the con.
I can't tell you how many people have come up to me when I'm wearing this at a con and said, where did you buy that shirt? And it was just, you know what, an old t-shirt, old collar shirt, and a patch.
Exactly.
And I've got something completely new.
Awesome.
So that's one thing I do like to do is I like to keep my shirt on theme.
Yeah.
So if it's zombies, it's zombies. If it's Batman, Star Wars, Star Trek, it's all on theme.
Now that you have a wide variety of ideas to choose from, let's get started with the craft. Now Connor over here is going to be our engineer. She's going to be cutting out the fabric from the t-shirts and making our little patches. So Connor is working on an extra large t-shirt and cutting out the design. Now this was from Star Trek the video game, and it was a free promo at a convention. And this is a Gore symbol. And so she'll be using that and putting it on a women's black dress shirt. I also brought some iron-on patches if you're not a sewer. Any of this stuff you can add to your jean jacket or dress shirt to make it whatever you want it to be. So in addition to cutting out your main logo from the shirt, look for details like some text or some small symbols that you can use as glue-on patches. Chris, I think you should personally go with the carbon chauvinist shirt because you're very Kirk-like.
I will listen to you. I defer.
Plus, it's a nod to my brothers in sound from Mission Log Podcast who coined the term. So we love to promote them, and this is something they said on their show. And you got some nice details on the back too. So if you want to use,
awesome.
If you want to use their Delta shields, here's another one on the arm.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so I'll let you go to town on that.
Our engineer can't cut this up. Engineer, work away.
So Chris, why don't you tell people what upcycling means? Because it's kind of a crafter term.
Right, upcycling is taking something, an item that's used, and actually repurposing it to use it for something else.
For a new purpose.
Yeah, for example, we're upcycling our wardrobe, and I do have a sentimental affection for a lot of my old t-shirts. T-shirts that I've had, I have some t-shirts I've had for over 20 years,
wow.
And I don't want to get rid of them. They don't fit, maybe they've got some pit stains, they're kind of gross, and like, you know, but the design is preserved. So what I like to do is cut up my old t-shirts. Oh wow, thank you, Connor, look at that.
Look at that.
That is awesome.
Lovely.
And it's gonna fit perfectly onto the back of the shirt.
Like we said before, you can wear something totally unique to a con that you handmade, and you can take some pride in that.
I love that. Look, anybody can buy a t-shirt, but these kind of crafts, which don't even take you that long, means that you have a one-of-a-kind item.
So I'm gonna go get my jean jacket that I'm gonna put my stuff on. You have some tips for our audience.
A couple different tips in terms of how to affix the design onto your t-shirt or jacket. One thing I like to use, because I can't sew, are safety pins. I do like to use, depending on the jacket, I'll use silver safety pins, say on a light colored shirt, but I'll also use black safety pins on a dark colored shirt because you don't see them. In addition, you can also use fabric glue. Don't worry about it, it looks like it bleeds through, but it dries clean. So don't freak out if it bleeds through the fabric, it's actually supposed to do that.
Yeah, so while they're pinning theirs, I'm gonna iron this on, and then I'm gonna attach my logo to the back of the jacket. I'm not gonna do the pin approach for the back, I'm actually gonna go with the glue method. So I'm gonna work on the back. What do you guys got going on over there? Chris, you've got nothing going on.
I'm using safety pins to put this on.
All right,
here.
nice.
I'm a carbon chauvinist.
Well, you said it, not me. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
How professional.
Look
it's
how
like
awesome.
I've done this before.
This looks like something you would buy at a convention.
Totally.
Right?
But even
That's
better
awesome.
because I made it.
I might actually wear this shirt again now that it's got this on it. So what I like to do is I get what I call the 4 points first. So what I do, I get the 4 points top, bottom, so it's straight, and sides. Then I'll actually put supporting ones around it.
All right, so I'm gonna put my United Federation of Planets pin right there on the pocket. And I think that goes really nicely.
I just think it's awesome the way it is.
Okay, so we'll just leave this like it is. I'll try it on.
Also,
see how it goes.
rules, you could put this on the side, like right here. That'd be kind of cool, right? Does that work? Look.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Fans of the world, yes or no? Leave them in the comments below. All right, I put aside my jacket. I'm gonna help these guys add some more details to their shirts. As we did on the tie episode, we're gonna stamp on an outline of a Delta shield on his pocket here. And the trick with this kind of stamp is you don't wanna put the whole thing down in the pad. You kinda wanna sort of swirl it on just so you get the outline of the stamp and not the outline of the rubber square. And you want to use fabric safe ink or fabric safe paint when you do this so it doesn't run all over your clothes. Now if you're never going to wash it, then it doesn't really matter, like on a tie. So I'll let you do the honors. All right, now give it a lot of pressure in the middle so it's all even.
Oh wow, that looks cool.
Actually, that turned out really well.
That looks really cool.
And if you don't want it just black and white, you can go in and use some yellow paint. I just made this, and It has a very suggestive slogan.
Yes, this is very logical, because I know you.
Oh, behave. And then here's the patch that I put on, and the little StarTrek.com pin. And the details are totally up to you. So however you design it, I'd love to see what you come up with at conventions. Definitely say hi to us, and maybe we'll feature you on the show. So Chris, thank you for being our very first guest on Glue Guns and Phasers.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we loved having you.
I love to craft.
And that's awesome, because you're inspiring men everywhere, right?
Probably not.
Well, we hope to have you back again, because you make
Thank you.
so many cool things. And everybody out there, check out Pod Crash. How can they find it?
Well, you can actually download the Pod Crash app on the iTunes Store, or for Android, or for Kindle. So you can listen to my podcast. You can just get more stuff at chrisgore.com, or follow me on Twitter at @ChrisGore.
And you can spot Chris Gore with his chauvinist shirt. You're gonna get a lot of crap about that, you know.
That's true. I am. Speaking of crap,
What do you got for Connor?
I have a copy of my book and comedy album, Celebrities Poop, which you can get at celebrittiespoop.com, but I'm just going to give you my crap right now.
We want to thank Chris Gore for another successful away mission.
And we hope to bring aboard more guest crafters with different skill sets in the future. And if you have any suggestions,
Be sure to leave them in the comments below.
exactly, and who knows, maybe your friends will end up on the show.
To follow our crafting adventures, be sure to find us on Twitter @GlueGunsPhasers, and also check out our website.
Until next time, boldly glue.
And make it so.